Archduchess Elisabeth of Austria was a member of the House of Habsburg-Lorraine. She was the youngest daughter of Charles I, the last Emperor of Austria, and his wife Zita of Bourbon-Parma. Family and early life. Elizabeth was born on the 31st of May 1922. Her father, Charles I, deposed since 1918, had fallen ill and died from pneumonia on the 1st of April 1922, 2 months before she was born. After his death, her pregnant mother Zita was invited by Alfonso XIII of Spain to live in Spain. Zita gave birth to Elizabeth in the royal palace of El Pardo in Madrid. She was named after Empress Elizabeth, the wife of Franz Joseph of Austria. Charles had picked the name long in advance, somehow knowing that the baby would be a girl. This new addition to the family had 7 older siblings, 5 brothers and 2 sisters. By Alfonso's invitation, they took up residence in Palacio Uri Baron at Lecatio in the Bay of Biscay. For the next 6 years, Zita settled in Lecatio, where she got on with the job of raising and educating her children. Their lessons were under a strict regime, with the greatest volume applying to Otto, and decreasing by age, so that Elizabeth had the smallest workload. The mother loved to have them all photographed in a line by height, with Otto at one end and Elizabeth at the other end. They lived with strained finances, mainly living on income from private property in Austria, income from a vineyard in Johannesburg, and voluntary collections. Other members of the exiled Habsburg dynasty, however, claimed much of this money, and there were regular petitions for help from former imperial officials. In 1929, Elizabeth's family moved to Steenokkezeel, a small Belgian town near Brussels. As they had close relatives in Belgium, her oldest siblings chose to attend university there. They were forced to flee, however, in 1940 when German troops invaded Belgium. They narrowly missed being killed by a direct hit on the castle by German bombers and fled to Zita's brother Prince Xavier's French castle in Bosts. With the assumption of power by the collaborationist government of Philippe Pétain, the Habsburgs fled to the Spanish border, reaching it on the 18th of May. They moved on to Portugal, where the U.S. government granted the family exit visas on the 9th of July. After a perilous journey, they arrived in New York on the 27th of July, having family in Long Island and Newark, New Jersey. At one point, Zita and several of her children lived as long-term house guests in Tuxedo Park at Suffern, New York. The Austrian imperial refugees eventually settled in Quebec, which had the advantage of being French-speaking. As they were cut off from all European funds, finances were more stretched than ever. At one stage, the mother was reduced to making salad and spinach dishes from dandelion leaves. However, all her brothers were active in the war effort. Otto promoted the dynasty's role in a post-war Europe and met regularly with Franklin Roosevelt. Robert was the Habsburg representative in London. Carl Ludwig and Felix joined the United States Army, serving with several American-raised Austrians of the Maurer noble clan. Rudolf smuggled himself into Austria in the final days of the war to help organize the resistance. Marriage. On the 12th of September 1949, Elizabeth married Prince Heinrich of Liechtenstein in Lignières, France. He was a son of Prince Alfred Roman of Liechtenstein and Princess Theresia Maria of Oehingen-Oehingen. He was also a cousin of the reigning Franz Joseph II, Prince of Liechtenstein. They had 5 children. Title, Style and Honor. Title, the 31st of May 1922 to 6 January 1993. Her Imperial and Royal Highness Archduchess Elisabeth of Austria. Honor, National Dynastic Honor, House of Habsburg. Dame of the Imperial and Royal Order of the Starry Cross, First Class. Ancestry.